Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the University of Virginia and the Cavaliers, where around here they say learning never ends, and they hope to teach a lesson in this one. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cavaliers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Chanticleers offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Morris. Makes the catch. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
And the Chanticleers will have it 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Now on 2nd down. On the ground, it's John. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
The Chanticleers will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So Virginia's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Looking for room at the 30. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Courtney. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel, understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Rides to back and leaves it. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
3rd down coming up.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. To the air, it's Morris. Looking for the score. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cavaliers. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Caught behind the line. It's Hinton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer.
To move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Caught in the backfield, it's Simpkins. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
And the Chanticleers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Thomas. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Morris. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Between the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off the play fake on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it down the right side. There he goes. Touchdown, Coastal. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Cavaliers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw, and the defense was in good position.
And the Cavaliers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Morris. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Chanticleers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Hinton. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Tucker. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Catch in the middle, it's Hinton. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the Chanticleers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it from the red zone. Snagged in the middle, it's John. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
The Chanticleers will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Morris. On the run, fires downfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ennis. Breaks free. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. When you're dealing with the big tight end, you better get a bunch of hats around the football.
And here's the thing, Reese. These used to be big, slow tight ends. Now these guys are absolute freaks. They're so good. You can split them out wide. You can put them in the formation. They can do so much. And you see after the catch, hard to get to the ground.
And the Cavaliers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. He'll go to the sneak. Sneaks it in.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Makes the quick grab. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to pass, it's Morris. Makes the catch, it's Graves. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Looking to fire. On target over the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And the Chanticleers are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Sends it downfield. Got it inside the 10. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Chanticleers.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up, first drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Give to the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
The Chanticleers line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Oh, what a move to get open. And the returner is stopped. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And the Cavaliers can really attack on this second and short. Trying play action. Time to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
Already in a great spot to kick a field goal. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown would be even better. To the air, it's Morris. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, and just what the doctor ordered, you needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and it's important. The lead is a touchdown now at 6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And this team's been very solid all across the board. And it's got to be a fun unit to coach, especially when you got quarterbacks out wide that you can just depend on. You can leave him on islands, you can vary coverages, and you see it right here. He breaks on the football, he understands where it's going, and that's such a luxury to have a guy out there that you can trust for a whole football game.
Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Back to pass, it's Morris. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly complete. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Finds his tight end. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.